The Indiana Fever have their first playoff berth since 2016. 2 years ago, their home attendance was 1,800 fans. Their average this year, home attendance, is 17,000. That's almost 10 times. And, of course, the big difference is Caitlin Clark. I think she should be up for MVP.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome back, where we dive deep into the latest headlines, stories, and sizzling debates from the world of sports. Today, we're bringing you a high-octane episode that you won't want to miss. We're talking about two of the brightest stars in women's basketball, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark.
This week, Angel Reese is perhaps the most overrated player in all of sports. And now someone's put together clips helping me make my point. Have you seen? This is brutal. Watch this.
They watching cause of me too. Well, I can pretty much confirm that they are not. Nobody is spending their free time and hard-earned money watching Angel Reese play ping pong with the backboard. She might be the worst finisher around the rim that I have ever seen. Why she got so much hype at LSU, I will never know. You know why she...
And trust me, there's a lot of drama, excitement, and yes, even a little bit of jaw-dropping surprise. First up, let's talk about Angel Reese. The LSU standout has been a whirlwind of talent and tenacity on the court, but recently, she found herself in the middle of a storm. No, not the weather kind, the sports media kind. Reese has been making waves with her impressive performances. From dominating the boards to making clutch plays, she's been the toast of the town. But not everyone has been singing her praises. Recently, some sports analysts and experts took to the airwaves to voice their criticisms, and let's just say they weren't holding back.
Angel, your actions are starting to speak so loud, we can't hear what you're telling us.
Kennedy Carter hip-checking her, I would have ejected her from the game. It's not a basketball play.
And when Angel Reese comes out and says, she ain't the only one everybody's watching, they're watching me too, they're watching others.
One expert called her overhyped. Another questioned her long-term potential, and before we knew it, Reese was the topic of heated debates across sports networks. And naturally, when you're at the top, the spotlight and the scrutiny can get pretty intense. Well, Angel Reese wasn't about to let these critiques slide without making her voice heard. She took to social media with a series of fiery posts that really set the internet ablaze. Her responses were a mix of defiance and determination. It was clear she wasn't just going to brush this off, she was ready to prove her critics wrong. In a recent press conference, Reese addressed the criticism head-on. She spoke about using the doubters as fuel for her fire and emphasized her commitment to improving her game. And while some might have been surprised by her passionate rebuttal, it's not uncommon for athletes at her level to channel their frustrations into performance.
I really get to stand up for myself. I mean, I have great teammates. I have a great support system. I got my hometown. I got my family that stands up for me. I don't really get to speak out on things just because I just try to ignore, and I just try to stand strong. Like, I've been through so much. I've seen so much. I've been attacked so many times. Death threats. I've been sexualized. I've been threatened. I've been so many things, and I've stood strong every single time. And I just try to stand strong for my teammates because I don't want them to see me down and, like, not be there for them. So I just want them to always just know, like, I'm still a human. Like, all this has happened since I won the national championship, and I said the other day, I haven't had peace since then. And it sucks, but I still wouldn't change. I wouldn't change anything, and I would still sit here and say, like, I'm unapologetically me. I'm gonna always leave that mark and be who I am and stand on that. And hopefully the little girls that look up to me, and hopefully I give them some type of inspiration.
Speaking of performance, let's take a closer look at her stats. Reese's numbers this season have been nothing short of stellar. She's been a powerhouse for LSU, and her contributions have been pivotal to her team's success. Now let's pivot to Caitlin Clark, the Iowa sensation who's been making headlines of her own. Clark's recent performance has been nothing short of extraordinary, and it's no wonder she's turning heads not just in college basketball, but also in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark has been electrifying the court with her sharp shooting and playmaking abilities. Her recent game performances have been so impressive that even the WNBA has taken notice. You might be asking, what's the big deal? Well, Clark's playing style and impact are so significant that she's causing ripples all the way to the professional level. Scouts and coaches from the WNBA have been watching Clark closely.
I don't think Angel should be criticized at all. No matter which way it goes, she should never be criticized for what she did. I think everybody knew there was going to be a little trash talk in the entire tournament. It's not just me and Angel. So, like I said, I'm a big fan of hers.
And let's just say they're pretty impressed. Her ability to make clutch shots and her leadership on the court have been standout qualities that are catching the eyes of professional teams. Here's a quick look at Clark's stats. These numbers are a testament to her skill and potential. It's clear she's not just a college star, but a serious prospect for the professional leagues. And while Caitlin Clark's performance is stealing the spotlight, let's not forget the impact that both of these athletes have on the game. They're not just playing, they're changing the narrative, pushing boundaries, and inspiring the next generation. Let's compare Reese and Clark for a moment. Both have had incredible seasons, but their styles are quite different. Reese's game is characterized by her physicality and dominance in the paint, while Clark dazzles with her perimeter shooting and playmaking skills. It's this contrast that makes the conversation around them so fascinating. We spoke with some sports analysts to get their take on these two stars. Here's what they had to say about their potential and impact on the game. Fascinating insights there. It's clear that both Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are shaping the future of women's basketball in significant ways. So what's next for Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark? For Reese, it's about channeling that fiery spirit into continued improvement and proving her critics wrong. For Clark, it's about maintaining her high level of play and preparing for the possibility of transitioning to the professional ranks. As we wrap up, let's take one last look at these two incredible athletes. Whether it's Reese's fierce determination or Clark's dazzling performance, both are pushing the envelope and making their mark on the game. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more sports news, and leave a comment below with your thoughts. Who do you think has the brightest future ahead? We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep your game strong and your spirits high.